Welcome to Cedar Point. Today we are discussing how to get the best bang for your buck. What pass should you get? What pass is worth the most? What kinds of rides should you ride and in what order? Also, if you have a regular pass, when should you come and what should you ride? So we're going to talk about some of those things today. I hope you're ready. I hope you're excited. Let's go! Good morning, everyone. It is 7:30 in the morning, and I am on my way to Cedar Point once again for a day in the parks. Now, today, the plan is to get there in time for everything but a pass. But we are going to try to ride as much as we possibly do if you just have a base ticket. Along the way, we're going to talk numbers of a gold pass, a base ticket, a platinum pass, or the different types of fast lane passes that you could possibly have. What are the numbers on them, and are they actually worth it? If you crunch the numbers, what are they worth it to you? So per ride that you can ride each day, what's it worth to you? So I hope you're ready, and I hope you are excited. Let's go. All right, it is 9:59. I am walking into Cedar Point right now, and we are going to talk about the relative price of Fastlane. Is it really worthwhile when you crunch the numbers? So let's talk about what that actually comes down to, like per ride, per show, per thing that you do here at Cedar Point. So let's talk about it, and let's go. Well, somehow it's looking like a very short line for Raptor. Once again, I found a short line for Raptor. This has been a rarity this year, but these last couple of weeks in late August and early September, they've been really short waits, even on the weekends. Now, I'm not sure what today's gonna hold. Today is a holiday, so it could be incredibly huge crowds. It could still have smaller crowds, maybe people are at the lake. I don't really know what to expect. I know Halloween weekends is generally packed, but these like I said, the last couple of weeks have been pretty low. So let's see what it's actually like. It looks like right now this line is just basically a straight back walk. There's no additional back and forth that we're gonna have to do. So probably 15 minutes is accurate. So let's see, let's go. Considering we're moving forward this fast, I think they just opened up a good portion of the line. So I still think this is going to be a pretty short line, but the line does move back and forth just a little bit now. One thing that's definitely nice about Raptor in the mornings is the amount of shade that's actually in this line. When you are in this line during the day, it's kind of miserable because it is so hot. This is a notoriously not shaded line, so if you ride it early in the morning, you're not going to have to deal as much with that hot heat. So even if it is a longer line than normal, it's still going to be a little bit nicer for you. If you come in at 10 o'clock, you're going to wait in a line. Whether that line is 15 minutes or it is 30 minutes, kind of depends on which ride you end up going to first. While you are waiting in that first line, though, at 10 o'clock, you can check out the rest of the lines. I am looking at some weirdly dichotomous lines, and that is a good thing for you to know, because I'm seeing Steel Vengeance at 150 minutes, I'm seeing Millennium Force at 80 minutes, but then everything else is a mixture of between 5 minutes and 35 minutes. So there's a good chance that the crowds are not just massive right now, which would tell me that probably some of those higher weights like Millennium and Steel Vengeance are going to come down a little bit as the day progresses, unless the crowds just get a lot bigger by 11 o'clock or something like that, which of course they're going to grow, but the majority of people do enter at the very beginning of the day, within the first half hour. So if lines are not pretty big by the end of the first half hour, then you kind of can get a gauge for what the rest of the day is going to look like here at the parks. Now, right now, I would, after this ride is done, probably head from my second tier, which would be this, like second tier attractions, to go to like third or fourth tier attractions. So I'll probably go hit things like Iron Dragon, maybe Magnum, some of the rides that get less long lines earlier on in the day, or even later on in the day than the rest of the rides. So that's my plan right now. We'll see what they're like. Like right now, all those rides to the right of the Midway, Magnum, Gemini, Corkscrew, those are all kind of what I would consider the third tier attractions, and they are a little bit less long right now. So that's probably where I'll head next. You can see how much bigger this line has gotten in the last half hour. Raptor early in the morning just goes crazy, and quite honestly, I'm a little bit regretting this decision. Because even in the small line that I had, so far it has been 35 minutes in line for me to get on the Raptor. So that is a lot of time to spend in the first hour of your day. But, I mean, turn lemons into lemonade, so let's go. It has been 45 minutes, let's go. The Fastlane Plus line is actually the size of the line that I got into that was 45 minutes long. So I can't imagine how long the main line is at this point. But we are headed off to our next ride right now. Now, I would say probably the best tip is that Raptor generally at night will get much lower lines. So that's something to look out for. I don't know that 45 minutes was worthwhile in the morning, but you can always move on to the next ride, which is what we're gonna do right now. We're gonna hit up some third tier rides right now, stuff that is kind of your filler for the day because it's almost 11 o'clock. I'll be eating pretty soon and it's time to go hit a couple of other rides. So let's go. Now, if you can just choose the shortest path to the next ride, and that ride has a very short wait, that is worthwhile for you. So you can see Raptor right behind me. I just rode that. Now I'm headed off to Blue Streak right away here. Because it's very short of a walk and it's saving me time in steps in the amount of time that I'm gonna have to take to walk all the way to the back. Instead, I can hit ride after ride after ride very quickly and move through. Plus, I also like feeling good about my average throughout the day. I like to know that I've ridden more rides. So your third tier rides are really good when you're looking for that high average for the day. That is not a 10-minute line. It says 10 minutes. That is not a 10-minute line for Blue Streak, and I'm not gonna wait that long tonight. That'll be really short. So the app bested me, I guess. Now, I consider Valraven to be one of the top tier rides. It is the tier 1, and that has been confirmed because with the closing of Top Thrill Dragster, Valraven became the 4th ride to be included in the Fastlane Plus lines. So that line is definitely one that is considered very high. Now, what I normally notice is that Valraven actually has longer lines than Millennium Force does. That's become very not rare for those two rides. We've got a Hollow Weekend show ready to go. And we've got an insufferably long line for Iron Dragon. For some reason, I swear, the lines that you can see the best are the lines that get the biggest lines in the morning. So we are headed to Rougarou to see how long that line actually is, because like I've said before, it often has a very long wait time in the mornings, or at least that's what the time says. But the inside of the ride is much shorter than what you might think it would be. So let's try it out. I have been burned on this front before though, so it does say 15 minutes though. Now let's talk Fastlane Plus. Fastlane will give you access to everything except for Millennium Force, Steel Vengeance, Maverick, and Valraven. Fastlane Plus, on the other hand, will give you access to all of it 100%. My presupposition is that if you have a pass, it is not worth it to come to Cedar Point and get a fast lane of any kind. So we're not going to talk about that because you can come back whenever you would like to. But if you are coming for one day, or you have a pass, but you are coming only for one day with friends, then it may be worthwhile because you can ride more rides more quickly. So that's my presupposition number one. And then we're going to check out how many rides we can possibly ride or like what the main numbers are. Looks like this is going to be a 10-minute wait for Rougarou. Let's go. Rougarou was a 10-minute wait, and I've got to decide if I want to go for a long wait at Millennium or just keep on walking around. You know what, right now Millennium Force is a pretty long wait, but if I walk around to Magnum will still be sitting at like a 5 or 10 minute wait because it is that third tier. Nobody is trying to ride it. There are some where I mean, for some reason Iron Dragon gets a longer wait than Magnum does throughout the day. I don't know if it's just because Magnum and Millennium Force have such a similar demographic that want to come to them, but so this early on in the day is a great time to get your thrills on with Magnum if you haven't already hit Millennium Force. So I just met Christy and Jeremy. They're not related at all, but I met both of them like within just a couple seconds of each other. So thank you guys for saying hi. Jeremy told me that they are giving away buttons for Wicked Twister and that the line has just died down. So you know what? I think I might kind of want to get a button. So let's go. Today is the very last day to ride Wicked Twister. So of course, I'd like to try to ride it. We're gonna try to ride it right now, especially since I was just told that there are buttons for it, for the last ride on Wicked Twister. So I wanna try that one out. Let's see where it's at. Oh, but the line looks real big. I don't think it's that bad though. We'll probably do it. It's probably gonna take a half hour. We can live with that. While we're waiting in line, we can talk about fast lane prices and talk about whether they're worthwhile or not. So the high point amount that I have seen for fast lane on the weekends has been $249. At $249 though, that doesn't include all of it. And since my presupposition says that it's not worth it to buy fast lane if you have a pass, you're buying that day ticket. So if you are buying that day ticket, you're also gonna have to spend a little bit of extra money. So it's gonna cost you quite a bit. 60-minute wait for Wicked Twister on the last day of its existence. This is substantially higher than it has been every other day recently. Substantially. I have a feeling though that as the day wears on, this line is just going to get even longer as people get their last rides on Wicked Twister today. So overall, generally a single day ticket for Cedar Point is going to be $45 at base. Today, I think it's actually running closer to like $55, maybe $59 for today, but today is also a holiday weekend day. Well, today is a holiday. So it does have that it's a weekday, so there are some deals you can get on a weekday also. But so somewhere around 55. But since we're not just talking about holidays, we are discussing like the everyday. So we're gonna just put it at $45, which would take us to a total of $294 for the day if you buy Fastlane Plus also. Now, when I've talked to people on my channel, on Twitter or Facebook also, they have been saying that the most that they've ridden has been really usually around like 25 rides in a day. The least is usually somewhere around 10 if you've bought Fastlane Plus. So I'm gonna put just like, if someone really pushes it, they've gotten like 30 rides in a day with Fastlane Plus on a weekend. If they didn't push it, probably around 10. So I have 3 different tiers. I have 30 rides, I have 15 rides, and I have 10 rides that are possibilities for the amount of rides that people have ridden in a day with Fastlane Plus. So if in total you rode 30 rides in a day and you got Fastlane Plus, you're going to have spent about $9.80 per ride that you were able to ride in that day. Now, I'm only going to be quantifying rides. I'm not going to be quantifying experiences and all that kind of stuff. If you can sit through an entire show, then you probably could have ridden another ride also in that amount of time. So that's another presupposition of this little test that I'm doing today to quantify how much worth Fastlane Plus actually has in it. I know when I was here with my friends, and we did get Fastlane Plus, I can link that video down below. We rode 9 rides throughout the day that day, but we did not get into a park opening, and we did not stay till park closed. So with Fastlane Plus, we did decently there, but that also brings up another complication to this. There are people who don't want to stay all day long, but do want to ride a lot of rides. If you are one of those people, of course, I'm not making the decision for you whether it's worthwhile or not. I will give my opinion at the end of this on each one, which one I think is most worthwhile, but it's obviously I can't make that decision for you. Sometimes, depending on the circumstance of the individual or the family, it may be very worthwhile to get Fastlane Plus just because maybe this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for you, and it's something where you really want to get a bang and you want to be able to ride every single ride. Of course, that's worthwhile to some people. It may not be worthwhile to everyone, though. So, like I said, depending on the amount of money you want to spend, we'll see. Now, in addition, with Fastlane Plus, if you rode 15 rides that day, it would be $19, roughly $19 per ride that you've ridden. If you rode 10 rides that day, it would be roughly about $29 per ride, to kind of put a number on the amount of rides that you've ridden and on the price that each one has cost you. Regular Fastlane is going to cost you about $214 overall, $169 for the Fastlane ticket itself, and then $45 for your baseline ticket for that week or for that day that you are here at the park. When Wicked Twister goes by, you could actually feel the pavement under you just like shaking a little bit. It's definitely a unique experience. Quite honestly, though, I'm not going to miss it that much. With regular Fastlane, if you were able to ride 30 rides, which with regular Fastlane would probably be pretty stretchable, you would have $7.13 per ride. 15 rides would be $14.27, and 10 rides would be $21.40 per ride while you're here on regular Fastlane. Now remember, these amounts are the average amount that it would be for every single ride that you rode, whether that ride was Rougarou or was Millennium Force or was Steel Vengeance. So every single ride that you would ride, even the flat rides, also be the same price for Matterhorn. So if there are certain rides that would be worth more money for you, you're still looking at, maybe they'd have to be worth, $40 to make it worthwhile for you. So we'll come back to these, we'll talk more about them and try to quantify them as much as we can, but just for right now, that's something for you to mull over. Now the sheer force that Wicked Twister just like shoots you out at is something to behold. I kind of enjoy just watching it happen because it is so fast, it is such a crazy amount of just power that you get to watch. So definitely that is enjoyable for me, and that is something that will be missed by me in this area of the park. That being said, it's still just not my favorite ride. It's been almost 20 years though of this ride existing, and I will miss this ride being here, definitely. The majority of people are wanting to get those sweet, sweet end seats on Wicked Twister. Why? I hate those seats. They scare me so much. Call me a wimp. It's very possible I'm a wimp. That's fine. But, oh my word. Why do people want those seats? I'll take my spot right here in the middle. Thank you very much. The shirts on the Wicked Twister employees say, "Buy Wicked Twister 321 buy." I think those are kind of cool. I mean, good collector's items, right? Well, I got pinned. You see my new button right there, my new pin? That line did take right about an hour. I'll tell you what though, there is no ride on planet Earth that makes me grit my teeth like that ride. So, Wicked Twister, I will not personally miss you a whole lot, but I know a lot of people will. Rest in peace in the Halloween's graveyard. We do love you, even though some of us have a love-hate relationship with you. I have not eaten yet, and it is like 12:57, something like that. So I'm headed to Hugo's Italian Eatery to grab some food here. It's a place I have not eaten nearly as much as I should, probably, but it's also not that healthy. But I have been craving Italian like for the last week. So we're gonna go get some good old-fashioned carbs and Italian food. Come along with me, let's go. Now, another thing that is really, really nice about Hugo's Italian Kitchen is that they have indoor air-conditioned bathrooms, which is a rarity inside the park itself. Even inside restaurants, you don't see that very frequently. So definitely take advantage of the bathrooms in Hugo's, because all the other bathrooms here in the park, when you sit in them, oh my word, you feel like you're gonna die because they are so hot, at least when it's in that heat of the summer kind of a thing. So, quick tip, use Hugo's bathrooms. Only one line is open. They do have a substantially long line here. I'm surprised they only have one line open, but I'll live with it. I've been craving it so much, I'll wait for anything. Usually I wouldn't, but today I'm gonna. All right, this is a lot of food. And I mean, I've lost track of how much each meal costs at this point. So for the piddly amount that I ended up paying for this, like 4 pieces of bread. Yes, please, that's a meal in and of itself. The problem is I might be bread-logged after this. That was a delicious meal. My app says that Valraven is at 30 minutes right now, so that's where I'm headed. A 30-minute wait on Valraven is not something that you should just easily pass up. So, let's go. Valraven has a short fast lane plus lane right now, so that is definitely a positive for me. The line does actually say 45 minutes. That's probably reasonable. I can deal with that anyway. It has been officially 45 minutes getting onto this ride, so nice. Let's go. So I definitely enjoy it when people are like expressive when they're on the rides, and when you can hear kind of what they're thinking while they're going through it. It is past 2 o'clock right now, and I have still not made it beyond the midway. All I've been riding is these rides up here. So I've got to get to the back of the park. I've got to get riding a few more rides toward the back. Let's see how many we can hit today. But along our way, on the way back, we're going to talk about the different passes and what kinds of value we can find in them. And then we're going to compare them all together. I'm going to let you guys know my opinion. So, The saga continues on what the best value is for your Cedar Point vacation. Let's go. We've got a 15-minute line for Corkscrew. Too bad I detest that ride. Now, the Platinum Pass will cost you $198 for this coming year. If you buy it right now and you do not have a pass this year, it will afford you access to any of the parks for the rest of the 2021 season. But then you can go from Cedar Point to any other park that is underneath the Cedar Fair umbrella, all the way out to California for Knott's Berry Farm, to Canada. There are several different parks. This has been a 4-minute wait here for for Gemini. I mean, that's nice and fast. I just met Jeremy and Jessica. Very, very sweet people, and they were on the same competing train as me for Gemini. Great ride. I love Gemini. People get so hype about it. As soon as they get off, they're always very excited. And I don't really think it has to do with the ride itself. I think it has more to do with the excitement of competing against other people. That's what really kicks that ride up a notch and really makes it fun. Right now, I am headed off to buy a beer. Then we are headed to either Maverick or to Steel Vengeance. Let's see what happens. Let's go. Hear the warm-ups happening. I'm imagining it's for some sort of Halloween show that's coming soon, which I cannot wait for. I love the Halloween entertainment that's here for Halloween weekend, so definitely excited for that. A beer and a water for the Maverick line. Let's go. I'm surprised they're saying this is only a 45-minute line. Yeah, 90-minute line, okay. Yeah, this is definitely a long line for Maverick, but we're gonna do it because you gotta do something when it gets to this time of day. So, hour and a half, let's go. You know what? It just dawned on me that I don't want to wait in that line because it's gonna be like an hour and a half of waiting, which is gonna put me to 5 o'clock. And I don't want to be waiting in that line until 5 o'clock. So, we're not getting in there right now, or actually we're leaving right now. I want to get my average up to at least 1 an hour. So far, I've hit 4 rides, but I've been in the park for 6 hours. So I need quite a few more attractions to really get myself up to feeling like I've accomplished something today. So I'm gonna go hit some stuff. If I need to, I'll even hit the antique cars. So let's go, let's get some more stuff accomplished. I think I can find some shorter lines, shorter than that anyway. Go ahead. All right, so we saw the water ride, and now we are in line here for Cedar Creek Mine Ride. I'm feeling very, very relaxed. And yeah, let's go.
At that time, you may exit to the right. Thank you for riding Mine Ride and enjoy the rest of your day.
Mine Ride. Oh, that thing does not feel good. And after you've had a drink, oh, it hurts. Pick something smoother than that. All right, guys, Steel Vengeance just went from a 150-minute wait to a 75-minute wait. So, I think I know where I'm going right now. I did not want to wait for 150 minutes. 2.5 hours? I'm not doing that. No, thank you. 2 hours is enough. But if I can get an hour and like 15 minutes, yes, please. I am down for that. So, let's go see if it's true. Let's go see if it might be a little bit less, because it might be a little bit less. Let's go. Okay, I heard someone say that Steel Vengeance was closed down not long ago. So, I guess we'll see how big this line is. Let's go. It did say 90 on the front of here. Online it says 75 minutes. Either way, I'm down with it. Alright, it is filled all the way down here. So we'll see. We'll see what this is like. It has been 25 minutes so far for Steel Vengeance. We're still like in the like really hot part of the sun, so but we're on our way. Let's go. We did stop moving there for a little bit, but we are moving again now, so that's definitely good. Alright, it is 6:12. I just got off of Steel Vengeance. Actually, we had a little bit of a debacle in there. We had someone throw up right as we got up to the station. And that was like the worst time for that to happen. Like, not because I was about to get on it, but because if that's gonna happen, I wanna make content out of it, baby. But but I couldn't, so that made me kind of sad. Anyway, though, the workers did a really good job. They cleaned everything up, made it really nice for you. Like, I mean, when I say they cleaned, like, they cleaned. Like, that was a deep clean sanitization process that was, like, very good. Like, they had, like, 6 people on it, and then they had 2 other people kind of supervising, making sure that it happened right. Cedar Point is no joke when they clean. Like, I would have gladly sat in the seat where someone threw up, because I am sure that that is 1,000 times cleaner than the place where people have been sitting, getting their greasy fingers all over everything. You know, that part's not very clean. So definitely, I am impressed with Cedar Point's sanitization process. I have a little bit less than 2 hours left at this point. So we're going to keep walking right now and see what we can come up with for our next ride. I am going to check out Maverick real fast here, but I'm seeing people outside. If they're outside the queue, Maverick is just not where I'm thinking we probably should go. So let's keep walking. Let's go. I just did some counting, and I need 3 more coasters to hit 10 by the end of today. So, or 3 more rides of any kind. So I'm gonna go around, I'm gonna pick off a few short waits, and we're gonna try to get at least 10, if not even more than that, because I think even if you have just simply the base ticket and you come in at 10 o'clock, that you can get a lot of rides accomplished, even just with your base ticket. So we're gonna go check that out. Let's go, and we're also gonna talk about our base ticket. That is the last part of our fast lane pass / base ticket discussion. How can we get the most value out of Cedar Point? So let's go. If you haven't subscribed yet, please press that subscribe button. We'd love to have you guys join this Cedar Point and theme park loving family that we are creating here. Also, if you are returning, well, welcome, of course, but please press that like button. You pressing that like button is incredibly important because it sends this video out to a ton more people. So leave a comment, press the like button. Anything that you do to interact with this video just makes more people see it. Also, if you want to, please share this content so that other people can know how to get the best bang from their buck out of Cedar Point. So let's keep going. So I'm here in Iron Dragon. Alright, this was a 12-minute wait. So let's go. I'm not positive about this, but I have a sneaking suspicion the Snake River Expedition will only be open for as long as, until tonight. every time I come over here, that thing goes crazy. It says 30 minutes. Hoping it's not that long. It might be 30 minutes. Again, I'm hoping not. I'm hoping they'll get this running real fast. Unless the other room is open, which then could be a real problem. But all right, that is a 30-minute wait. Plus, it's going to be another 30 minutes of hanging out on the water. I'm not going to do it. I really hope they're still open in October. I don't know if they are. And if they're not, I'll just cut my losses. It's fine. I'll live. I rode it like 6 times this year, and quite honestly, as an adult, it's not that much fun as an adult. If you can go with your kid, it's very fun. So we're gonna go hit a couple more coasters. One of them being Magnum, which I forgot which direction it was. Let's go. That line versus what we saw earlier today, it's nothing now, which is what I was hoping for. So let's go. That line has even rapidly gotten smaller and smaller while we were over at Snake River Expedition, seeing how long that line was. Not quite a straight walk on, but close. We're good. All right, time to head over to the other side of the park now, once again. Trying to decide which way is actually better to go, but I think I might try to hit a ride. The only option for Maverick is if I can hit Millennium Force like one time, and it's a lot shorter than I think it's gonna be. It is 7:09 now, so I do have a little bit of time to get over to Millennium Force. Millennium Force says a 45-minute wait. I don't know, maybe, you know what? We're gonna go for a different strategy tonight. I know a bird in the hand is worth 2 birds in the bush. So we're gonna go hit a couple of rides that I know we'll be good with. And then go to Millennium and see if we can ride anything. We're gonna hit up the Super Himalaya. Let's go. This will be our 10th ride. Our goal is to get to 15 rides by the end of the night. So we're gonna try to hit them as fast as we possibly can. And the last one will be Millennium Force. I haven't done this strategy before, so it's high time I try it. All right, I'm here on the Himalayan. We are ready to go right now. Like I said, this is gonna be a different strategy for me. We're gonna try to hit 4 different rides in the next 50 minutes. And then hop on in the last second, hopefully, for Millennium Force. I hope it's still open. That's my biggest concern, is that it might close. But I am looking at the line numbers, and they're looking like they've gone down substantially. So let's see if we can get it, and let's go. All right, so that is now ride number 10. Oh, so I'd actually have to get 4 more rides from this point on. I don't know if that's gonna happen. We're gonna try though. You can't fault me for not trying. I think I see an empty scrambler, so that's where I'm headed next. To the scrambler it is. Well, I guess it'll be the next round. They loaded that up real fast. Now, the last option is that you might have a just baseline ticket at probably somewhere around $45 per day. Now, if you end up getting 10 rides done on that, you're still spending $4.50 per ride. Kind of my barometer with the entire thing is, what do you pay when you go to a carnival? When you go to a carnival, you end up paying generally about $5 per thing that you do. So, you know, if you're riding a ride or things like that. Now, of course, the roller coasters here at Cedar Point are far, far better than a carnival. So you can definitely chalk them up for something more than that. So the additional barometer that I give it is the cost of a ticket for Disney World. At Disney World, you're going to pay about $120 a ticket. You're probably going to accomplish somewhere around maybe 15 things that day. That 15 things comes down to about $8 per item or per attraction that you do while you're at Disney World. So that is another good way for you to kind of get a bit of a barometer on the amount of money that things should cost. So maybe $8 per ride, especially roller coaster that you ride here at Cedar Point, is probably worthwhile.
Hold on till the ride comes to a complete stop. Please keep hands, arms, and legs inside the ride at all times. Thank you and enjoy your ride on Scrambler.
So $45 for the day today here at Cedar Point. Doing 11 things, it is $4.09 per thing that I've done. So I would say that that might likely be your best bet as far as a daily ticket goes. Buying fast lane, I mean, you're not getting your bang for your buck. You are getting to go on fast. You are getting to be treated like VIP. That may be what you want. That's fine. But I don't know that you're getting your bang for your buck in that way. Here I am in blue number 3. We are ready to go. I know it doesn't look like blue, but there, it's blue there, so you got it. We're ready to go. It's time to go ride the ride that makes you sick, and the ride that my daughter absolutely loves in this world. So I'm thinking of my daughter right now because this is one of her absolute favorites. So let's get on Scrambler. All right, so if Millennium Force ends up working out, which means if it's still open right now, then I will have done 12 rides, not 15, 12. But still, that's pretty decent. And overall, we're at less than $4 per ride. Let's look it up and see how much it actually is. We are at $3.75 per ride. When you consider the caliber of rides that we rode today, Rougarou, Steel Vengeance, Millennium Force, that is worth it just simply on the face of it. So definitely, like, even that $45, it is worth it, absolutely. We'll talk more on the beach about kind of quantifying what's worth it, what's not, and we'll see from there, but yeah. And we're gonna take the sure bet. Millennium Force, let's go. And I believe that this is a 1 hour wait. I think that seems very likely, actually. But I can be okay with that. Let's do it. As long as you are here early enough, they will still let you onto this ride. Even if it has to take me all the way until like 9 or 9:30 tonight. Now the only issue is going to be with that I'm probably not going to get any food. So that's going to be my issue. But I can deal with that. So I can go get food on the road on the way if I need to. If nothing's open. If there's something that's still open, then I'll go to that. But we'll see what happens. But either way, I'm getting on Millennium Force tonight. This will be our 12th ride. Well, ultimately, I probably could have actually tried to push my luck and go to Rougarou before this. Although I've already ridden Rougarou today, so I don't know that that would even be necessary. But I probably could have tried it. But at the same time, I think we're going to get off of this really, really fast. So I might actually be able to go grab some dinner at Panda as soon as I'm done with this ride. So I think the trade-off is probably worthwhile. Another thing about being in line for a ride after park hours is there is no fast lane that's going to show up for you. So you don't have to worry about having additional people come on and getting set back just a little bit because of the fast lane. So you get that one line where it's moving substantially faster. Even though this says a 45-minute wait, I don't think it's going to be anywhere near a 45-minute wait for the line, even though I think the size that it was at the time probably would have been 45 minutes under normal circumstances. All right, so this is going to be right at about a 35-minute wait. Let's go.
Let's try that again. I'm not feeling that energy. Like a good neighbor.
It has been a hot minute since I've ridden Millennium Force at night, and nobody is in line anymore. All gone. I hit every big ride except for Maverick, which I'm thinking is pretty good, actually. Okay, looks like Panda Express is already pretty much kaput and closed just by walking out and seeing it, and there's no smell, nothing. So to me, I'm thinking this is probably the best time for me to go straight up to the front. I think those restaurants and shops stay open a little bit later. So hopefully there will be one that will still look relatively open. I mean, I know I've seen Corral have a line at this time of night, so hopefully we can get one more thing done. Let's go. Bye, Millennium Force. Well, the next thing for us to get really super excited about, and by the time that this video is out, it'll probably be happening, is Halloweekends. If you are excited for Halloweekends, put a skull down in the comment box. I personally cannot wait. I am so excited. Since last year we weren't able to have it all year long, having Halloweekends open up this year, having actual live actors, having haunted houses, having haunt and scare zones, oh my word, I'm so excited. Now, we're still headed out to the beach tonight because we're gonna kind of recap, talk about how all these things mesh together. All the things that we've talked about, the bang for your buck portion of today. What is the best one to do? And what's my opinion on it? And I want you guys to leave your opinion down below after I say that. So stick around, let's talk about which one is the best. What way can you get the best bang out of your buck? And is Fastlane Plus or Fastlane at all worthwhile? I am SOL on the food. So, I do have chips in my car, but it's time to go hang out at the lake and get some water, because I have been like a little bit dry mouthed, not that much, but you know, I'm not dehydrated, but I've been needing some water for like the last 3 rides. So let's go get some water. Then we're gonna head out for the night. Although this weather, I'm definitely gonna go get my toes in the water tonight. Goodbye, Wicked Twister. They're having a ceremony back here?
Please disperse. There is nothing to see here.
I found that incredibly hilarious, and I got the whole thing on tape on a short, so I might include it. But he kept going on with the microphone saying, "We are not giving anything away. We've got to clean the midway. Get out of here." There are obviously some very big fans of Wicked Twister, and look here, guys, I'm not judging anyone. I just have my own preferences also. Wicked Twister is not one of my favorites, but if it was one of yours, my condolences. But I do hope that Cedar Point offers us something just as good, if not even better, than their offering with Wicked Twister was. There it is. The last night of operation for Wicked Twister. And no matter who you are, I mean, I even said on the short, not everybody loved it. Obviously, I didn't love Wicked Twister, but those spires, those things be iconic. There was, of course, always something of value with it, even if it is just for its beauty and not so much for its intense, scary, horrible ride. Sorry, I just had to get one more jab in while it's on its deathbed. So, tonight we're going out. We might get something to eat, but I'm probably just gonna have chips at home or in the car. And we are definitely, though, getting our feet in the water for just a little while here. Let's go. I forgot that no one's out here. I wanted to get some water, but there's literally no place to do it. So I'm just gonna go to the nearest place. I mean, I need to go to the bathroom too. I have neglected all my needs. I'm like a sim right now whose creator has just like left them to die. The sand feels so cold and brisk. I love it. So I think the thing that I've learned today is the best way to get the best value for Cedar Point is to spend the least money. The more money you're spending while you're here, you're not getting as good a value. You're spending more money per ride, even if you're getting huge amounts of rides. I mean, if you're getting 30 rides per day, That is massive, but you're still not making up the price difference for the cost. Paying that 45 bucks, that's really the best way to do it. Or of course, getting some sort of a pass. Whether you are getting the platinum pass or you are getting the gold pass doesn't really matter. Either way, you are saving yourself a lot because you're able to go to as many parks as you possibly would like to go to with the platinum pass. And with the gold pass, as long as you want to come here, you can come here as often as you would like. So there is really no downside with the passes, and you are going to get an even better value than the $45 if you go several times to the parks. If you are going to the parks just one time, your best bet is to just buy the $45 ticket. But if the only real caveat with that I have is if you are coming one time, you know, with friends, or you just want to come and ride literally everything in one day, it might be worth it to you, of course, to buy the fast lane. In my opinion, at this point, I think it's not worthwhile to get the fast lane. I'm kind of a little bit surprised. I mean, most places, when you're spending more money, you also get more out of it. But with Cedar Point, that really is not the case. Make of that what you want. And if you still want the fast lane, I'm not here to judge you. This is just my opinion on the subject. Today was a holiday and people are off work. There were a lot of people here today. And I still was able to ride a lot of stuff. I was able to ride 12 rides. I was able to ride every ride that was the bigger rides, except for Maverick. So, I mean, like I said, make of it what you will. Of course, I'm not here to judge. I'm just here to give the information. And in this case, I did give a little bit of of an opinion, more than I normally do, especially when it comes to cost of things, because I know everyone is in a different situation for that. So, anyway, let me know what you think. Is it worthwhile? I want to hear from you guys down in the comments. Based on the information that we've received today, and based on these things that are up on the screen right now, is it worthwhile to get fast lane? Or maybe you see it completely differently. And if you see it completely differently, then let me know. Like, what's your interpretation on these numbers? So, you guys have a great day. I hear someone yelling. I'm assuming that's probably for, oh, people are gathering outside of Wicked Twister right now. Oh, I'm loving this. We'll get some video of that. All right, you guys have a great night. Let's go. Every year I kind of forget that this is going to happen, that it's going to get really empty out here on the beach. And every year when it does happen, it's sad to me. Whoa, oh my, what was that? Wow, break my toe out here. I do love coming out here for the waves though. It's just such a cool place to come. I think I hear some employees having some celebration. They're letting the employees get a last ride.